Hey, let's talk real for a minute. Have you ever felt like the more effort you give someone, the less they value it? Like no matter how good your intentions are, they just start acting like they're better than you? You're texting back fast, being supportive, showing up, thinking that's what you're supposed to do, but somehow it backfires. They pull away, they start acting cold, and deep down you know something shifted. The truth is, many people today are used to others orbiting around them. They've been placed on a pedestal by society, by social media, by people who gave everything without requiring anything in return. And if you don't know how to move differently, their ego will feed on your attention until you have nothing left to offer. But here's the good news, you don't need to play games or become toxic. You just need to reclaim your gravity. Today I'm going to walk you through 7 powerful mindset shifts that will silently rebalance the dynamic and shift the power back where it belongs. The first shift you need to make is this. Stop trying to be everyone's comfort zone. You know what most people do wrong? They become everyone's emotional blanket. Every time someone feels sad, confused, or insecure, you're right there picking up the pieces. But here's the problem. If you become their comfort zone before they've earned that level of access, they start seeing you as safe, not valuable. Someone with an inflated ego doesn't value safety. They value mystery, strength, unpredictability. Instead of rushing to fix everything they feel, pull back. Let them sit with their own emotions. Don't rush to be their emotional therapist. The person who makes them feel a controlled sense of uncertainty, who maintains their own center while being supportive, is the one who makes their ego pause. That pause, that's where genuine respect is reborn. That's where they start to realize you're not just another person they can lean on whenever convenient. The second shift is crucial. Don't offer intimacy where respect is missing. Let's keep it real here. If someone starts acting off, being cold, flaky, or subtly disrespectful, and you still stay sweet, still texting them good morning, still being close, still trying to make it work, you're giving premium energy to someone who's treating you like an option. That right there feeds their ego more than you realize. Because now they think, I don't even have to show up properly, and they're still giving me everything. You've got to flip that. If they're not moving with respect, pull your energy back. I'm not saying ghost them or be rude. I'm saying protect your energy. Don't let someone stay close if they're not treating you right. Let them feel the shift. Because when you stop rewarding them with affection, with emotional closeness, with your time, and you do it calmly, their ego feels that pressure. They start to question themselves instead of feeling like they own you. That's when they go from feeling like they're above you to wondering if they're losing you. And that shift, that's when the dynamic changes. The third principle is this. Raise your standards, not your voice. Listen, one of the easiest ways to lose your power with anyone is to start raising your voice every time they test you. Arguing, explaining yourself, trying to get them to understand. That's what average people do. And every time you do that, their ego grows. Why? Because it shows them that you care too much about their approval. You've got to stop trying to win arguments. Just raise your standard. You don't need to tell them what you expect. You show it. You move differently. They flake on plans? Cool. Don't reach out again. They give you attitude? Don't match it. Fall back. When you stop reacting and start adjusting, that's when things shift. That calm silence, that collected energy, it throws them off. Their ego is used to people getting emotional, blowing up their phone, chasing them after every slight. But when you stay cool, when you don't even blink, they start questioning themselves. Did I go too far? Are they done with me? And that's when their ego starts to crack. Lead with action, not emotion. That's how you stay in control. The fourth shift might be the hardest for some people. Don't compete with their distractions. Here's a hard truth. If someone is constantly glued to their phone, posting for attention, talking about all the validation they're getting, or always chasing attention from the outside world, the worst thing you can do is try to compete with it. Because the second you start fighting for their attention, you're telling them, you're above me, I need you to pick me. And boom, their ego inflates like crazy. So what do you do instead? You pull your energy back. You don't get mad. You don't question them. You just move like someone who doesn't chase what's trying to show off. You stop feeding the cycle. You stop reacting. You stop playing their game. That silence, that shift in your energy, that's what humbles them. Because suddenly you're not clapping for them like the rest of their audience. You're not part of their little validation tour anymore. And that makes them think. It makes them realize you're not one of the people begging for their attention. You're someone whose attention they actually want. And now they're not getting it. That flips the script. That's how you go from just another admirer to the one they start chasing. The fifth shift is about timing and availability. Be unavailable when they're inconsistent. This is where most people mess up badly. Someone starts being hot and cold, showing up one day and disappearing the next. And what do? Stay loyal. Still text them, still call them, still act like they're showing up 100% when they're barely giving 40%. That's how you train their ego to think they can give you crumbs and still get your full attention. You want to shift that power? Be unavailable the moment their energy gets shaky. They cancel last minute. You don't chase. They start giving dry responses. You stop over-delivering. Don't match their inconsistency with more effort. That's what everyone else does. Instead, go cold, go focused, go busy. Without announcing it, without attitude, just disappear into your purpose. That move right there humbles them because now they're feeling something unfamiliar, your absence. And trust me, their ego hates uncertainty. They're used to control. They're used to knowing you'll always be there. But now they're not so sure. That's when the doubt creeps in. That's when the chase begins. And that's when you become the one they start trying to win back. The sixth principle is about your overall energy and focus. Move like they're not your final destination. Let me ask you this. Have you ever caught yourself acting like someone is the one? Like everything you do somehow revolves around them. You check your phone every 5 minutes waiting for their reply. You're adjusting your whole day just to fit them in. You're moving like they're the prize and you're just lucky to have a chance. That energy kills your value in their eyes fast. Because the moment they feel like you've made them the center of your world, their ego takes the driver's seat. They stop trying, they start testing, and they know that no matter what they do, you'll still be there. But when you start moving like they're not the destination, that's when everything changes. You've got your own plans. You've got your vision. Your time is sacred. You're building something bigger than just chasing their attention. And when they see that, their ego can't process it. They start to question where they stand. They start wondering who else is in your orbit. They feel that shift because now you're not revolving around them. They're trying to stay in your universe. That's the difference between someone who chases and someone who's being chased. The seventh and final shift might be the biggest ego check of them all. Lead without needing their approval. People are often used to being the ones who set the tone, the pace, the vibe, and most others just follow, always asking, is this okay? Are you mad? What should I do? The more you seek their approval, the more their ego feeds on it. But when you move like someone who knows who they are, who leads with calm, quiet confidence, and you don't ask for permission to be that person, it humbles them instantly. You make a decision and stick to it. You say no when something doesn't align. You don't over-explain. You don't ask, is this all right with you? You just move. And here's what's interesting. People want to follow someone like that. Even the most ego-driven ones feel that shift in the air when you stop trying to please and start leading. They don't respect the person who tiptoes around them. They respect the one who walks with purpose, even if they don't fully understand it yet. When they see that you don't need them to like everything you do, they start to respect everything you are. That's how their ego takes a back seat and how your presence takes control. Now let me be clear about something important. This isn't about being cold, cruel, or manipulative. This isn't about punishing people or playing games. This is about having such a strong sense of your own value that you don't compromise it for anyone's ego. These shifts work because they're based on genuine self-respect and emotional maturity. When you operate from this place, you attract people who can match that energy, and you naturally filter out those who can't. The beautiful thing about reclaiming your gravity is that it's not about controlling others. It's about controlling yourself. It's about being so centered in your own worth that external validation becomes nice to have, not necessary to survive. Remember, you're not trying to humble anyone out of spite. You're establishing healthy dynamics based on mutual respect. You're showing people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. And when you do that consistently, with calm confidence, even the most ego-driven people start to see you differently. They stop seeing you as someone they can take for granted and start seeing you as someone they need to earn. They stop seeing you as an option and start seeing you as a choice they hope gets made in their favor. So starting today, pick one of these shifts and implement it. Don't announce it. Don't make a big deal about it. Just start moving differently. Watch how people's energy towards you begins to change. Watch how much more they start to value your time, your attention, your presence. Because here's the truth. You teach people how to treat you. And when you start teaching from a place of self-respect rather than desperation, the lesson they learn is that you're someone worth respecting. Your gravity isn't something you lose. It's something you give away. Today you take it back. And once you do, you'll be amazed at how naturally people start orbiting around the energy you create rather than the energy you chase. The power was always yours. You just forgot how to use it. Now you remember,